Man thinks he saved a puppy. When the vet sees it, he turns pale. While strolling through the forest near his home, Lucas stumbled upon a peculiar, solitary puppy. The little creature looked lost and vulnerable, tugging at Lucas's heartstrings. Feeling a deep sense of compassion, he decided to take the puppy home. Determined to ensure the animal was healthy, Lucas brought the mysterious pup to the local veterinary clinic. However, the moment the vet laid eyes on the puppy, their jaw dropped in shock. Walking in the forest had always been Lucas's way of unwinding after grueling workdays, a simple pleasure that brought him peace. Little did he know this particular walk would change everything. Lucas often brought along his binoculars to observe birds and a video camera to capture nature's breathtaking moments. On some days, he lingered in the forest until sunset, soaking in the tranquility and the quiet harmony of the wild. One warm spring afternoon, as he wandered through the woods, a peculiar noise caught his attention. It came from the bushes nearby, a curious blend of squeaking and munching, unlike anything Lucas had ever encountered in this familiar haven. Lucas froze, his ears tuned to the strange noise that grew louder and more insistent with each passing second. Curiosity mixed with a tinge of unease, making his heart race. Unable to resist, he cautiously stepped closer, gently parting the branches to uncover the source of the sound. Behind the foliage, he found a small, vulnerable creature curled up in the undergrowth. At first glance, it appeared to be a puppy, but there was something odd about its appearance, something that didn't quite fit. Intrigued yet wary, Lucas leaned in for a closer look. The animal had almost bare skin of a pinkish tint and a disproportionately large head. Perhaps it was one of the hairless dog breeds Lucas's friends had told him about. The whole body of the puppy looked as if it didn't have the strength even to move. Lucas felt his heart tighten with compassion when he saw this little creature trembling as if begging for help. He imagined how long this puppy might have been alone here, desperately trying to survive. The puppy looked exhausted and weak. Its sides rose often, and it shivered all over as if it was in constant fear. Lucas realized that he couldn't leave it here alone. He took off his jacket and gently wrapped the animal in it, trying not to hurt it. At that moment, Lucas felt an undeniable connection with the puppy, as if it were his duty to care for it. As he picked it up, he noticed its rapid heartbeat, warm, rough skin, and unusual scent, unlike ordinary pets. On the way home, Lucas examined the creature closely. Its large eyes with long lashes, elongated muzzle, oversized paws, and short, thick tail gave it a mysterious appearance. He couldn't recall seeing or hearing of such a creature before and wondered how it ended up in the area. Suddenly, the puppy let out piercing cries, prompting Lucas to quicken his pace, his heart racing with curiosity and concern. He feared that the puppy might die in his arms. Lucas was met by his wife, Alice, at home. She gasped in surprise when she saw the strange puppy in her husband's hands. "Where did you find him?" she asked with a mix of curiosity and apprehension. Lucas told her in detail how he found the abandoned puppy in the forest and added that he couldn't pass by, hoping to save its life. Feeling sorry for the baby, Alice decided to feed him first. She warmed some milk and tried using a bottle, but the creature refused, turning away and making pitiful sounds. Desperate, they offered minced meat, vegetable puree, and even baby food, but nothing worked. As the creature grew weaker, with labored breathing and drooping eyes, panic set in. Alice suggested calling the vet for advice, but Lucas, deeply concerned, insisted they rush to the 24-hour veterinary clinic in the nearby city despite the late hour. On the way to the clinic, the animal began to tremble and make weak moans as if saying goodbye to life. Alice held it in her arms, trying to warm it with her body heat. Lucas drove the car at top speed, praying they would make it in time to save the suffering animal. At the clinic, they were met by an elderly veterinarian, Wayne, with a tired face. Seeing the unusual puppy, he frowned and quickly led them to the examination room. "Where did you get him?" Wayne asked sternly, starting the examination. While the vet worked, Lucas and Alice waited in the corridor, holding hands. They heard something fall and clink in the examination room, and the vet gave loud commands to the nurse. The minutes dragged on painfully long as if time had stopped. Lucas and Alice were anxious, imagining the worst outcome. Finally, the vet came out to them. His face was very serious. "I managed to stabilize him, but I've never seen such an animal before. We need to do more tests," said Wayne, wiping sweat from his forehead. Lucas and Alice spent a sleepless night at the clinic, taking turns watching over their unusual ward, whom they named Bruno. By morning, Bruno seemed slightly better, even attempting to stand on his odd legs, which gave them both relief and concern. After another day at the clinic, the vet cleared Bruno to go home, providing a special bag of food he would eat. Overjoyed, the couple brought him home, hopeful for his recovery. 2 days later, veterinarian Wayne called to check on Bruno and mentioned that zoologist colleagues were intrigued by the unusual creature, suspecting it might be a rare species. He asked to bring a team to examine Bruno, and Lucas and Alice eagerly agreed, hoping to uncover the mystery. At this time, their home became a place of real scientific interest. Phone calls did not stop, and Lucas barely managed to answer the vet's colleagues' questions. Despite the excitement, he and Alice were happy, feeling they were helping with serious scientific work. Meanwhile, veterinarians and zoologists continued their research. Professor Dillon frequently called Lucas to share his theories about Bruno, filling the couple with hope that answers were near. Though eager, they avoided speculation to prevent disappointment and agreed to keep everything secret, though their curiosity and anxiety lingered. Each morning, they awaited updates from the vet, eager to learn more about Bruno's origins. Over the week, Bruno grew stronger, becoming more active and confidently moving on his unusual legs. Lucas and Alice were thrilled to see his progress, especially when he made happy sounds as Alice fed him. A few days later, the professor reported that Bruno's DNA analysis showed he belonged to a rare species of mammals never seen before in this region. One evening, while Lucas and Alice were watching TV, the doorbell rang. 2 men in uniform were at the door. They introduced themselves as zoo employees and asked if the couple had found any unusual animals lately. Lucas and Alice exchanged glances. They didn't know if they should tell about their unusual find. But then a characteristic squeak came from the room and the zoo employees became alert. They asked for permission to inspect the apartment. The couple reluctantly agreed. When the men saw the animal, their faces lit up. "There he is, our little runaway," one of the staff exclaimed with relief. It turned out that the cub Lucas had found in the forest was actually a rare species of pig, a babirusa, that had escaped from the zoo through a gap in the fence. The staff explained that Bruno's mother had been deeply distressed by his disappearance, even refusing to eat. They kindly requested that the cub be returned to reunite him with his mother. Lucas and Alice felt a pang of sadness as they said goodbye to their unusual pet, but they knew deep down it was the best decision for the animal. With gentle pats and tearful eyes, they bid him farewell. The zoo staff, grateful for their care and compassion, expressed their heartfelt thanks and assured them they were welcome to visit the cub anytime. As a token of appreciation, the zoo's management surprised Lucas and Alice with lifetime free passes, a gesture that warmed their hearts and made the parting a little easier. From that day on, the couple frequently visited the zoo to check on their former pet. They found joy in watching him thrive and bond with his babirusa mother, playing and growing in his natural environment. At home, they kept a cherished photo of their extraordinary companion, a keepsake of the incredible adventure they had shared. This story became an inseparable part of their lives, one they loved retelling to friends and family. With each recounting, Lucas and Alice added vivid details and emotions, reliving the unforgettable experience that had brought so much wonder and joy to their days. What an incredible story! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.